Hello and welcome to B&D. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, and hit the little bell for your notifications. Meow. Hello. I'll hold you for now. Now, I'm just sitting here. I haven't got any makeup on. I didn't go out today. It's like 5 o'clock now. The sun was far too bright, and my eye wouldn't stop watering. So what are we going to do now? Well, other than sit and look at my legs, I have what I said yesterday, which was I have a kit, and I'm going to show you it, and then we're going to discuss what we're going to do. So I'll switch the camera over, and you can have a look. So this is the kit that we got. £3.19. It isn't frozen now because I got it a couple of days ago, so there's nothing on that. That's how it's meant to look. But as I said, we'll open it. Not easy to do with just one hand. So we have the smallest bag of chips in history. One empty box. As you see, I keep things tidy. So it's these breads. These breads are quite expensive. You get two of them in here. Now, these breads in Aldi are £1.49 just for these, ignoring what's here for the lamb and the sauce. It's supposed to have peppers in it. Well, they have to going to be very fine peppers. So yeah, and to show this, I was in Asda and I got, you see, 146, which is 23 pence each from 83, but when you rotate it around, they were £1.80, 90 pence each. £1.80 just for two of these. And yes, they have herbs and tomato and that lot. You may be able to see a little bit of that. But even the plain ones, they were exactly the same price. Yes, they are a little bit bigger as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have one of each to go with this. I threw the box away. I have to find out how I cook it. I don't know if I'm going to cook the chips. There are so few of them. Right, so what else do we have to go with it? Because I always say that really, if you're going to have a kebab, I have an onion. I can shred that very fine. I have some cucumber, so I can do some of that, and some little tomatoes and some lettuce, so I can shred that and do a like mixed salad to go on the top of it. So for now, I better find out how I cook this stuff. the bread will just need a warming up. Now, as I said, I've had these before, but not this one. I had the kebab one. I think it was the kebab one, or was it a pork one? It was something like that. But I got it at half price in one of the cheap reduced freezer. My eyes running again. Cheap freezer places. So we'll see. So I will bring you back after I've chopped, dice, cooked, and we'll see what it looks like when we put it together. And it will be very filling. So with that, see you in a moment. Do you want another look at my legs? I have no bra. I have no implant thing on. Right, so see you in a minute. So we are back. As you see, I still don't put my penny on. The chips, the meat, and the bread is in the oven, staying warm while I warm up some water. That's what you are hearing now, because I need to. Why did I? Told you I'm blind as a bat. It's right in front of us. So I can put the sauce in and warm it up. The sauce is mostly tomato with some red pepper, so we're expecting a tiny bit of kick. I was actually expecting, when it said on the sauce thing that it had peppers, I was expecting bigger peppers. So, and if I had any, I would have sliced some up. But I have 1 cup of water, hot, drop in pouch. Let that warm up for a while. Yeah, that should warm up for a while. Right, so as we said, that's in there. I have chopped up some veg, not very much, and I've split it into 2 because I have 2 little things. So there you go. Lettuce, cucumber, tomato, and some onions. I broke the onions up so they're smaller bits. So each one of them will go on top. But right now, let's see if we can get you to sit properly again. You might be a little cockeyed. So all we have to do is wait for this. Shouldn't take long. I still have some work to do. The meat is in little rolls, so we don't want it that way because that's not how it looks on the box. As we retrieve the box off the floor, although it is, but I don't think that's how it should be, because you're just going to get a whole mouthful of the meat, and we want it spread over more of it. So we're going to retrieve the meat out. Now, there is 4 in total, and they're like little sausages. So I'm going to bring out 2. Let's see if we can bring some of the chips over. There is so few chips. Keep them at that side. So let's cut the meat. It's really hot. Duh. I'm a silly girl. It's really hot because I just took it out the oven. So I'm going to just cut it into little dices, like little coins. I can smell the herbs in it. don't forget we are doing both of them. This is so we can spread the meat more over the bread and have a more equal break. You know, when you get kebab meat, it isn't in a chunk, it's in strips. So we've now got them into little coins. We'll bring out the white bread. I have a plate here, so it's nice and warm. So now we have this. This is going to be hard to fold after we put all of the stuff on it. So I'm going to try and get most of the meat into the center. Right. Let's put some of the sauce on. So I suppose you would want to have a look. So far and we put the sauce, we put it in the center. We're going to put the lettuce over the top of it. Lettuce over the top of it. Include the fresh tomato. Get the onions for some crunch. Not easy to do this with one hand. As you see, it's not, it'll mostly just fall off because there is so much of it. Now I'm going to put a bit more sauce, which is mostly tomato anyway. So let's take this in here. So now, as we see, we have it. This is a bit of the meat. So now you can see that I tried picking it up from both ends and try make. So yep, I have the meat. It's not like cheap kebab meat, which is terrible. Now, as we said, if I was at home, I wouldn't bother buying this. But because I am not at home, then I don't have much options to get anything like a kebab up in Scotland, on the grounds that it's damn expensive up here. What I can get for £3.50 for a kebab at home, and what I would just get rather than this, is go to my local and get the kebab. And as we said, this isn't easy to fold over. So and it's like eating a taco. You bite it at one end and all the stuff falls out the other end. So most of what I put in isn't in anymore. Well, that is pretty nice. So as we say, I have this plain one, and I have the rest of it in I've still got the chips. Let's get some of the chips. They're going to look really pale because they're so thin. If I take them to colour in the oven, they will go like bricks. So as you see, we're back. I have a few chips. There's definitely not enough of them for both of them, especially if you're not adding any of the extra stuff. But if you take it that most of this box weight, which is 380 grams, is made up of the bread. The bread takes up a massive amount of the weight because it's quite heavy. It's bulky, and and the chips make up probably the rest of it. But yeah, there's still, at least the meat is large enough that you can find it. There was some of the others that you can get where the meat is just like little bits. I'm just glad I didn't cook these chips for very long. It said put the chips in first for 6 minutes, then after that, then add the meat and cook it for another 6 minutes. And as I said, if I do that, the chips are so thin, they would be uneatable. So I put the chips and the meat in at the same time, give them about 6 minutes. They are cooked, they just don't have a lot of colour, but at least they're soft and eatable. Now don't forget, this can now go cold, and I eat kebab cold, so. But the sauce is fairly nice. It's mostly tomato based. Tiny hint of the pepper in it, but there's no spice rating to it. It's very like tomato sauce. You could, if you have any salad cream or like yogurt dressing type thing that you would put on this, if you have that, you could put that on as well. But I have this one. I might wait a time before doing the other one because I don't think I can eat both one after the other. I tried that with the last one. I struggled. And that's when I had 2 of those breads. So my other one will have the sun thingy dried bread, which we'll see again because don't forget, I still have another one. So overall, for Scotland and for being away from home in a place where takeaways may not be big, close to where you are, well, £3.19 isn't as bad. Because if I wanted a kebab, it's £9 up here. But at home, I'd rather wait for this to come down in the cheap freezer to £1.75 and then get it. Because it is filling. I can't take that away from it. It is filling. So I've nearly finished these few chips. There's not many left. I much prefer the chunky chips because you can get some colour into them, or the ones that I make, because they're quite chunky. So yeah, this is like McDonald's chips, 13 of them. But yeah, for me, yep, it's £3.19. Yep, it's fairly expensive, but the bread's expensive. The bread is half the price of what this box is. So that's saying something. If I wanted to make this, then I would have to find wherever I find that meat from, and wherever I could get the sauce to make. So yeah, it's a little complicated. Now, I have this with some fresh lettuce and everything. I do think the fresh salad with it really is needed. It gives an extra bit of flavour, some extra crunch. Because without it, you've got the chips and the meat, and that's it. I think that's a little bit boring. So, yeah, you do need some of the other stuff. The onion gives it a bit more taste. The onion's raw, it's just cut, a bit like you would get on a kebab. So, with that, I did some cooking. And I don't have my bra on or anything. So, I don't have any makeup on. I haven't been out the day. Sun too bright for my eye, so it's still trying to water again. And it's afternoon. So, with that, I will see you on the next video. And probably by the time you see this, my eye will be fine and everything will be fine. But thank you all the same for your comments. If they're about me and my eye or any other part of me that isn't well. So, till next time. Bye for now. Next time.